It's a risky move, and if it pays off, great. But if it doesn't, well... Welcome back, Clashers, or if it's your first time here, thank you guys so much for stopping by. It is your host, Galadon, and we are talking about more Barbarian action in the Night mode, the builder base of Clash of Clans. And this is a very specific strategy that really takes an entire attack and boils it all down to one move. Getting that Crusher right there out of the picture without losing all of your Barbarians. Now, a lot of players at Night Mode Clash are using this strategy against this very specific and very popular base. Coming in from the side, clearing out all of these structures, and the key right here, timing the Barbarian drop on this Crusher between cycles of it coming down. Right here as we pause, that Barbarian is going to activate the Crusher. So Clown from Night Mode Clash drops in a whole bunch of barbs, about a half a dozen, moving in, just trying to get the timing right so that the Crusher drops, and then the Barbarians come in, close in on the Crusher, and take it down before it has time to cycle into another round. Because right there, if you lose those Barbarians, that is the majority, or a large portion anyway, of your remaining force. He gets the Crusher out of the way, and now the rest of the barbs can safely move in, getting 50% easily, and of course taking down the Builder Hall for a very solid 2-star attack. Also sprinkling a few Barbarians around the perimeter, grabbing a few more structures, and you'll notice Clown picks up a huge win right here. This one ends up at 86% before it finally wraps up. As you can see, the Bomber on the outside is going to come around the corner here, and eventually, because he's out of range of those other structures, will pick up one more structure, and that wraps up a very impressive 86% 2-star win. So again, it all comes down to this one move, and you have to know your Crushers in order to get this right. Now, this guy, Last Clutch from Night Mode Clash, is really the guy that basically put this attack on the map. He was doing it before any other members of our clan were, at least from what I saw. Now, I could be wrong, and of course there'll be somebody in the comments that goes down there and says, Galadon, I invented that strategy. You should name it after me. My name is the world's biggest noob. But anyway, no. So obviously it's tough to figure out where an attack originated or who came up with it first. But this is the almost exact same base layout, same attack strategy. The Bombers clear the wall. In come the Barbarians, waiting for them to close in right here. That Barbarian, or those two Barbarians, are about to activate the Crusher. As they do, here comes the big group of at least half a dozen Barbarians on the left-hand side. Of course they are enraged, and of course they get the Crusher out of the way before it has a chance to activate again. And that big group of barbs can now move on, still enraged, taking out all those other structures, getting the Builder Hall out of the way. Again, you see a few barbs on the outside, taking out those other perimeter structures, as most of the core defenses are being distracted by the units in the center. And again, Last Clutch showing almost 90% on this base on the left-hand side. Bomber gets one more structure and an 89% 2-star on a base that a lot of players were using, and I have to admit, I am still actually using this base from time to time, because let me tell you, this is a risky attack, okay? I mean, I wanted to call this attack brisky, but that was just way too corny, okay? But you get the point. I mean, it really comes down to this one move. So this is Last Clutch again. He's going to get the walls out of the way very carefully, watching for the activation. Not here, because he couldn't drop the barbs in and know they would pass straight to the Crusher. He's got to get that gold storage out of the way on the left. Now he knows it's about to go down. There is the battle machine just about to activate the Crusher. The Crusher goes off. The battle machine is on it. The barbs on the left. Another 10 or so Barbarians this time. And although that was a very close call, he does get the Crusher out of the way. And that was pretty much every Barbarian. So you can see, if the Crusher gets that next shot off, then this attack is over. And there's no way that Last Clutch even grabs a star, because the barbs are now tanking for the Bombers. If the Bombers don't have protection, they're gone immediately. All of the Barbarians would have been gone. The battle machine would have been alone. But check out where this attack is going. The battle machine goes down, but there is nothing to stop those Bombers. The Crusher is the only defense left, and we all know, because you all watched Galadon's Every Unit Against the Crusher video, right? You all know that the bombers are going to successfully take out the Crusher out of range of it. There it goes. Every single structure is going to be history. So much fun to watch units just have their way with a base like this. And last clutch with a beautiful 3-star win using those barbarians and that key timing move in the attack. So you know we can't wrap up an episode about a strategy like this unless I give it a try myself. So first we're going to watch, it just so happens, yes, I was running this exact same base design. So this at the time was kind of called the meta. It's changed around a little bit. I still have it as one of my saved bases because it does defend pretty well. And so what we'll look at here is an opponent attacking with barbarians and archers. So this is really the bombarch strategy that you see, and it makes sense what Muhammad is doing here. He's coming from the opposite side of the Crushers. Another episode talking about playing the angles. You guys might have seen that. Hopefully you did. That is how you avoid the Crushers. He came in from that left side about 8 o'clock, and that's going to give him that clear angle to the Builder Hall without having to deal with either Crusher. But at this point, it's not the Crushers that are the problem for Muhammad. It is these high hit point structures, the gold storage, the air bombs, the 2 double cannons. They lie in the way of that 2-star win. And even at this point, if he gets the Builder Hall down, it doesn't look like he's going to have enough archers to sprinkle them around the outside and grab 50%. So although the hard-fought win is going to come here for the Builder Hall, it's not going to matter because a low percentage 1-star is rarely going to hold up, especially at about 5,000 trophies. So he tries right here, and look how close he gets. All right, he does a good job of getting as many structures as he possibly can, but my camps are too deeply embedded. He gets the gem mine, 1 archer left, just needed 1 more structure, couldn't get the job done, and he walks away with a 48% 1-star. Now we'll go back to my battle log and you will see, yes, there was a loss down there. That's okay, I lose a lot. Okay, but more importantly, we're talking about the fact that Muhammad was using the same base I was, the meta base used by both combatants in this one. And I am going to use the exact same strategy you saw my clanmates employ earlier. Single bomber goes down, in comes the battle machine. His charge not wasted on the walls. He's going to move straight to those structures on the inside. The rest of the bombers get the walls out of the way. Now it's a matter of getting those surrounding structures clear so that we can time that drop of barbarians after the Crusher. So the gold storage, the elixir storage on the left, they need to go down. They're out of the way, and right here you can see that barbarian is going to trigger the Crusher. In comes a massive rush of barbs from the left-hand side, and luckily for me, before the Crusher can go again, the barbarians get it down, and now they can just have their way with this base. Right there you can see the battle machine gets another charge off, just barely. The Builder Hall goes down for the 1st star. Surrounding barbarians around the edges get the 2nd star easily. And if you paid attention to the battle log earlier in the video, you saw that this ended up as a 74% 2-star. The last structure getting out of the way, and that's going to be it. The bombers can't get the job done like that 3-star earlier. But once again, 74% 2-star, more than enough to grab the victory. All right, hey, let's take a look at some comments real quick. I wanted to address some of these, you guys. Now, the most hated card, sure enough, the Night Witch, guessed it was her. She was indeed correct. I think that most players hate the Night Witch in Clash Royale. Other players like the Night Witch a lot. And, of course, there's still some hate for other cards, like the Heal Spell, and, of course, Elite Barbarians. Very much hated. And there was a lot of discussion in the comments about which card was the most hated card, yet this was also something that people really dislike, and I agree. I don't know what the answer is when you're playing 2v2 with a random person and they leave. I really don't know. Super frustrating, and I hate it as well. A couple of commenters excited to see Grand Theft Auto and PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds coming to my live streams, and some highlight videos to the channel itself. Should be a lot of fun. Hey, I'm not a one-trick pony. I can be bad at lots and lots of games, I promise. A lot of players wanting to know when Brawl Stars is coming to Android, when and if it's going global. I promise to let you know as soon as I know, and I couldn't help but throw these in. I mean, I'm happy to be your dad, to be a good dad. And Hunan, best comment ever, says Gally, the best YouTuber in the whole wide world. Thank you guys again. Watch me live stream, subscribe for updates. See you tomorrow. Full attack. Wait, oh, have a great day. Almost got it.